Hello, hello. It feels like it's been a while since we've done a live stream together. I'm just cleaning my glasses here. They're a little bit smudged and letting people file in. I was, I think, a couple minutes late, but we're here. The sketch is mostly done. Oh my gosh. Is it just me, or are glasses just perpetually smudged no matter how well you try to clean them? But I hope everyone's been well. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. My glasses are always terrible. I'm glad y'all can relate. Wow, you didn't even start drawing and I already know this was going to be iconic. Thank you. I've been doing monthly favorites, but I don't really do a lot of things, so it's basically anything I've done that anything I've done that month. That's awesome. I mean, I feel you on that. Sometimes, like, or actually I should say a lot of the times my monthly favorites just end up being things that I've consumed, whether it be music or TV shows. So all good. And honestly, I find those ones end up being the easier to draw anyways. But yes, so apologies that I didn't get to do a live stream for the month of March. I was, during the time that I normally would have done my live streams, I was in Japan. So I did manage to finish up the March spread after the fact. And I did make a Patreon video of the process, but for those of you who didn't see it, last month I felt like I didn't get up to a lot in terms of like memorable moments to draw, so I just put things that I consumed. So we have Subin from TXT. I'm obsessed with Sugar Rush Ride and like that album. And then I started diving into ATEEZ. So this is the Captain, Hongjung. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is a fantastic movie. I had to draw the rock scene because just how memorable is it that I was crying about rocks? If you know, you know. Glad catch this live. I'm gonna try and work on my April faves today too. Yay, awesome. Pretty boys chant. Yeah, basically. We're drawing more pretty boys today. So, or not plural, we're drawing one pretty boy today. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. Hey, so happy to catch this live. Yay, I'm glad. Yes, I've been doing well. I've been, I'm not jet lagged anymore, so that's good. For those of you who don't know, I went on a trip to Japan, which is definitely the major highlight of my April, hence this. So to explain this spread, I'm actually not technically finished the sketch, so typically when I do my monthly favorites, they're sort of segmented, like they're isolated in little sections. This is going to be the first time where it just sort of feels like one kind of big immersive thing. So I knew that Japan was going to be part of the favorites, but at the second half of the month, 17, probably my alt favorite K-pop group, dropped their new comeback for their mini album FML, and their music video for the title track Sonongong, I think it's pronounced. The English title is Super. And so I'm drawing Minghao, aka the 8, because his part was iconic and he was giving major main character vibes. So I drew him in the center here. And then with my Japan trip, one of the big highlights was doing the Inariyama mountain hike. And it's got like 10,000 red gates. You've probably seen it. It's very iconic. And so I thought, why not just like turn it into the background for the 8 here and then just draw like little extra highlights from my Japan trip around him. And so, yeah, it's really cool to have it feel like one composition essentially. It's very, very Asian fusion because I believe in the music video they're wearing like hanbok inspired outfits, which is Korean, but Minghao himself is actually Chinese, and then the background is going to be all Japan stuff. So there's there's a lot of different things happening. But anyway, I'm going to take a little sip of my tea here. I'm feeling a little sleepy, so this is my second caffeinated drink of the day. But that being said, I'm going to finish up the sketch here because I didn't get to fully finish it yet. Where is my pencil? It's perfect for AAPI month. Haha. Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even think of that. Hello, everyone. Hello, Blick Art Materials. Thank you for leaving such lovely comments on all my YouTube videos. Oh, that's a fun concept, making all your faves kind of overlap each other. Yeah, exactly. For me, it's just portrait practice in graphite and watercolor brush markers today. That sounds fantastic, though. Did you listen to Super by 17? It was such a great comeback. Yes, yes, yes. This is my boy, Minghao. Coming for my ever-changing bias slot. Okay, so I have a few little highlights that I want to include for my spread here for Japan. Have you watched the Blue Lock anime? I haven't. I've heard about it though. Is that the one? Is it about soccer? I want to say it's about soccer, right? Yes, I have. I've heard of it. I have not seen it though. Okay, so I am going to be working on. I definitely will be working on a Japan vlog soon. So right now I'm sketching. I went to Disney Sea, Tokyo Disney Sea when I was in Japan, and actually one of my musts was to get the alien mochi, like the aliens from Toy Story. They're so freaking cute. They were ice cream mochi, and it was like Neapolitan. So there was chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And I actually brought the container home with me because I just thought it was so cute. So that's what I'm going to be sketching here. Basically what my idea is that we've got the main character here, the gates as the background, and then I'm going to draw little extra items on top and make them kind of look like stickers. That's the vibe that I'm going for. Oh my gosh, even the little tip on the top of the head's so cute. So yeah, I like pulled a few photos from my Japan trip and put them on my iPad so that I can use them as references. I've always wanted to ask you how you find the middle ground between replicating the likeness of someone you draw, example 8, and also incorporating your style into it. Yes, this is actually something that I've been thinking about making a video about. I think could be cool. I think I also did talk about it a little bit in my YouTube video recently where I drew different expressions for different fan art characters. But yeah, it is a tricky thing, especially like there is differences when you're drawing like a real person versus like when you're drawing a fictional character. But I think for me, when it comes to real people, I find that I just try to draw them as closely as possible, and naturally my art style sort of comes out. So I do find that a lot of the times when I'm drawing real people, they look like using a real person's likeness. They look a little bit more realistic, like the style leans more realistic because I'm like trying to capture their likeness. But then if I'm drawing a character that's like from an anime or manga or something like that, they end up looking more stylized because the original source is stylized already. So a lot of it does come down to, it's just like an intuitive thing that happens. Whoa, happy Friday. Glad for the company. Yay, I'm glad. Hello, hello. With your Japan vlog, will you be sharing how you budgeted for that trip? Did y'all drum that? I did. I absolutely did. For everyone who's a 17 fan and is obsessed with Super as much as I am, are you a daramdrinda? Are you a what's another like highlight of the song? Maybe honestly, like the part where there's no lyrics, everyone has been talking about how the beat just sounds like it's saying Moonjuni, like over and over, which I think is so funny. Okay, so back to the Japan question. Talking about budgeting, I didn't really think about including that in the video. I think the thing with the vlog is I just like took footage, just like really quick clips of like things that I did and things that I saw, things that I ate. I didn't actually do any like real-time talking during the vlog, like when I was in Japan, because I'm really self-conscious about talking to a camera in public. And I was traveling with like 4 other people and we were like constantly on the go. And then so in terms of budgeting, I just saved a lot of money prior to the trip, honestly, because I had been in talks of going to Japan with my friend for years, like literally many, many years, like way before the pandemic. And I knew I didn't want to be penny pinching or miss out on anything while I was there. So and also my friends that I went with, they did a lot of the itinerary and finding the accommodations on all of that stuff. So I will say a budgeting tip though for Japan is the convenience store food is actually quite good and cheap. So we did most of our breakfasts from convenience store food because that was something that would like help with efficiency in terms of like saving time and also saving money. Oh my god, yay, I made it to a live. Yay, welcome. You should listen to Wind and Wish by BTOB. It's so good. It came out 3 days ago. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm not like super familiar with BTOB. I've been like watching Kingdom, the Road to Kingdom like performances, so I'm like starting to get a little bit more familiar with them from that show. But yes, I've been seeing that kind of popping around on my Instagram, or no, not Instagram, my YouTube feed. So I should check that out. So much K-pop content out right now. It's hard to keep up. My art is like that too. Sometimes my style or a character or person's likeness varies on if I'm looking at a photo or stylized drawing, cartoon, or something similar. Yeah, it definitely varies depending on the reference. What pencil is that? Looks like very colored pencil, but erases cleanly. Yes, this is my favorite pencil of all time. It is the Prismacolor Cool Erase colored pencil in Carmine Red. I have all of the art supplies that I intend to use in the description. And I like preemptively was like, okay, I think I'll probably use this. And, so everything's in the description there if you need to, find it. I like the composition of the page. It feels very complex. Thank you. Yeah, the gates definitely help with that. We'll see what it looks like when I start working on it. It's definitely a different feel from my usual my usual favorites, monthly favorites, which is fun because it's, you know, all about experimenting. So I'm now drawing the really, really cute Sakura dango that I got when I was in, where was this? This was Kyoto, I believe. Yes, in where there was like it was called the kimono forest. And it was like all these pillars that had kimono material, like patterns, like wrapped around them. It was really cool. It was just near like their station, their train station. What is something you miss from Japan? Oh my gosh, so many things. Honestly, the big thing is how clean it is. Japan is so clean, which is so impressive for a place that's so densely populated, especially Tokyo. Like I was amazed. Um, I just love the vibe of Japan. I know that seems like a cop-out question, but just like everything is so well designed and everything is so cute. They really pay attention to every little detail of designing anything. Like even posters that were, you know, trying to prevent people from rushing the trains because they'll get caught in the gate. Like even those were like cutely designed with like a rabbit as opposed to just like a stick man or something. Or there's just so much color incorporated in the infrastructure. Yeah. And also everyone's so well dressed and stylish and fashionable. Like everyone, when they step out of their house, they like come out to impress, I feel like. Okay, let's bring this up. Who's your fave in ATs? Hongjoong, the captain. I love him so much. I'm still like, you know, getting to know all the members. I haven't gotten a full feel, I guess, of everyone, but he definitely was the standout for me, and I seem to have a soft spot for him so far. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you. I am. I'm really happy to be back doing live streams. I missed it. Missed hanging out with you guys. Why do you prefer colored pencils for sketching over graphite? I find graphite smudges a lot, and also because like I drag my hand across the page, and so graphite smudges a lot. And as well, I find that when I start using paints or colored pencils or markers or whatever on top, the graphite will like smudge as well and drag and get all gray and muddy, whereas a red or a colored pencil will blend more seamlessly. What is your favorite anime? Ooh, that one's always really tough, but I think my go-to answer is usually Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because I never get tired of watching it, and it's just so well rounded. It has really great characters and really good character development, interesting world building. The storyline is so immersive and keeps you on your toes. And it's even like filler episodes don't feel like filler. You're still really enthralled all the way through. So that's usually my go-to answer. Are you continuing to learn to speak and write Japanese? I'm still keeping up with my Duolingo streak. Hold on. So I have been on my Duolingo still. I will admit that the writing element I haven't really been haven't been really putting in the effort for. But I also find that keeping up with actually being able to like structure sentences and stuff is still challenging for me. But nevertheless, I am still on my Duolingo, so I think that's, you know, better than nothing. Hi, how are you? I'm on break now, so the stream came at the best time. Oh, perfect. I'm glad to be able to keep you company on your break. I am doing well. Happy to be live streaming again. I mentioned this in my vlog. I finally acquired a webcam, so I'm hoping to eventually finally have like a face cam for my live streams. However, I am very what's the word? Like not super fast at adapting to new technology and setup and like techie stuff. So it's probably going to take me a while to figure out how to set all of that up in OBS and everything. But I finally did acquire the webcam, so it's going to happen eventually. I just need to find time to figure out how to properly set it up and use OBS. So right now I'm drawing cat bus because I love cat bus, and I got the absolute cutest cat bus rug when I was in Japan. I can't really show you, unfortunately, because it's too big for like where the camera is right now. But I am going to be doing a Japan haul video at some point, so I'll definitely be showing off the rug then. Gotta go. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks for joining. Is the crescent render paper performing well in terms of no bleed through? Looks like you're doing both sides of the sheets. I am doing both sides of the sheets. I will admit that it's not perfect, the bleed through. So you can see actually it does bleed through on really heavy alcohol marker parts. But considering the bleed through on typical paper, it's pretty good. So I find that when I'm intending to do like really rendered marker stuff like this, I will save the bleed through side for something else, like either paint markers or just color pencils or fine liners or something that won't bleed through to the other side. I have seen people say that there's been inconsistencies with the crescent render sketchbook. So some of them will bleed through like mine, and some actually are properly non-bleed through. So I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but interesting. I would say you're a San kind of gal, but honestly, Hongjung also makes a lot of sense. I mean, I do like San. Actually, the funny thing is, the reason why I decided to like deep dive into ATs is because I watched both Hongjung and San on the Jolly YouTube channel. I don't follow the Jolly YouTube very closely. It just like popped up on my YouTube for you recommended thing, and it was the two boys trying British pub food, and they were just so endearing and fun. So I do like San as well. I think I also really enjoy Woo Young. I think he's just so chaotic and hilarious. Sunghwa as well. I think probably because I've been watching Kingdom. So Woo Young is like, he's so energetic and outgoing, so he can't help but he stands out a lot. He can't help but stand out. There we go. And I love that he has like this really cute friendship with Changbin from Stray Kids. I'm trying to capture the cuteness of the rug, but it's coming off really creepy, which I guess like the cat bus and Totoro character designs, like the big smiles with the teeth, they kind of are creepy, but in a cute way. Also, without the color, this kind of gives me Cheshire Cat vibes as well. I think what's happening is the rug has, I think the face is more round. So maybe I'll do this. Maybe I can show you the rug's face at least. Hold on. can. Oh no, it's too big. But that's the, you can see a snippet of the rug there. Of course, I'm shedding everywhere, my hair. Hi, Tina. I'm finally able to join a live stream. Yay, welcome, welcome. Been watching your vids recently. I love them. Such an inspiration. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Is Knowing Brothers still a popular variety show for idols to go on? It was just starting when I used to be a K-pop stan, and it was so funny. Hee Chul from Super Junior was such a good host. It sounds familiar. I'm bad at remembering any of the variety show names. I think for me, I'm so hyper focused on like the groups themselves. I don't really pay attention to the actual variety show. So I'm not 100% sure if I've actually seen it or if it's still a popular thing. Do you have a process to come up with ideas? I always struggle so much with the blank page. I don't know if I have like an exact process. I think for me, I'm actually the type of person right now who has too many ideas and not enough time to execute them all. But I would say that like anytime you come up with any idea, no matter how small or insignificant it might seem, write it down somewhere, either like physically or like in your phone or something. And then that way you have like slowly you'll build like a list to refer to on days when you don't have any ideas. I also find that these monthly live streams is like the perfect way to draw something without that that easily gives me ideas, because I just keep track of various things that were my favorites of the month. I try to write them down in my bullet journal throughout the month so that I can remember them later. Draw this in your style events is also a nice way to draw something without having to use as much brain power. Okay, and then I think maybe just for filling up the space, I might do some little stars around Kirby. I knew that was Hongjung when you posted on your story the iconic Oreo hair. Yay, I'm glad. Thank you, thank you. I am obsessed with the Oreo hair. I know some people were saying that during the promotion round when he had that hair, people were also calling him Cruella, which I think is also cute. Is that a little Minghao I see there? Yes! I'm so glad you recognized him. The sketch is a lot smaller because it's like more full body, so I was kind of worried about it's probably not going to look like the face might not look quite like him, but I figured if I get the costuming and the pose, it signifies him pretty well, and obviously the hair and the iconic vibe. Do you guys like Stranger Things? I do like Stranger Things. I have, I think the first season was definitely my favorite, but will we see some mermaid art in the future? Ooh, oh my God, it's perfect that you mentioned that because I'm literally working on a mermaid piece right now. Hold on, let me give you a sneak peek. So this is what I'm working on right now. This is going to be for my Patreon sticker reward. And so I'm working on this, and then I want to do another mermaid for the Patreon print. And yeah, this is using acrylic inks. I'm filming it for the Patreon exclusive video. So I will be working on at least 2 mermaids this month. What group is Hongjun from? ATEEZ. Yes, yes, yes. Hongjun. I write my ideas down for drawings on my phone. I usually think of ideas as I'm going to bed. Yes, me too. Any blending tips for skin tones using Ohuhu markers? I'm actually not maybe the best person for blending tips. I actually use a lot of colored pencils on top, and that's kind of how I get a blended effect. You'll see as I work on this, I work with markers in a very, what's the word? Like, almost like a paint by numbers way. Like I sort of block them in a more like graphic design, with a graphic design eye, if that makes sense. I'm not really sure how to explain it. So I actually don't do a lot of blending with markers. But I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but also I want to finally get the sketch done so we can actually start coloring, which is probably going to be a lot more interesting for you guys to watch. I typically try to have the sketch completely done before the live stream starts, but I was really sleepy this morning and I ended up taking a power nap before coming live. So I was like really haphazardly trying to finish this, but okay, now I'm going to use a darker pencil just so that we don't lose the sketch. Mostly for the key parts here. I have saved a couple photos of Minghao to work from. And I can show you guys. Let's see. Oh, paint by numbers is an excellent way to explain. I instantly understood what you meant. Oh, yay, I'm good. I'm glad. Do you prefer fairies or mermaids? I will admit, I think I'm more of a mermaid person. I feel like I missed the Winx train, and I think that incited a lot of fairy fans. Maybe, if I'm, just analyzing. But yeah, I think I would definitely consider myself more of a mermaid gal. I draw mermaids a lot. Fairies, not as much. So this is the main reference photo I'm using for the 8 in the Super music video. I did find, like, I really liked the pose. The face was definitely maybe a little bit too extreme. So I also have this photo here that I'm like sort of melding the two together. Also, I can't believe I am only noticing now his eye colors are different. What the heck? I never noticed that. There's like one contact is like way lighter than the other. Wow, details. Also, I just realized, wait, maybe this is edited because the ring finger is silver in that photo and it's gold here. Oh, okay. Anyway, this is the main photo I'm using. Are we getting a studio tour? I actually have a studio tour on my channel already. I have 2 studio tours, actually. One from my previous apartment and one from my current apartment. They're like makeover and studio tours. My studio hasn't changed too much since making that video, so. Oh my god, speaking of mermaid, are you looking forward to seeing the Little Mermaid live action? I love your art. Thank you so much. I love that everyone is very excited about the new Little Mermaid live action because I am a fan of Halle. Like, I really liked the Halle x Chloe album Ungodly Hour. I have not seen her in anything else. Like, I haven't seen her acting wise, but I did like that album. But I'm not really a big Disney live action remake person, to be honest. So I actually haven't seen a lot of those. I usually skip them. But I am glad that everyone's excited about it. Because I know that a lot of people will be really happy to see a new take on Little Mermaid. So that's cool. But I'm just not a live action Disney person. The way the 8 walks in at that part, isn't it so iconic? I think I screamed. I agree. It's not as complicated as wings. There are different styles of wings. You're almost out of caffeinated beverage. I know, so sad. I have a glass of water with me as well, so it's important to stay hydrated, friends. I am going to make his hair slightly floofier just to really give that anime energy. Because we all know Woozy is a big anime fan, hence this entire song, essentially. Maybe I made it too floofy, though. Now it's like starting to not look like him. But Minghao and a mullet, I'm here for it. Both Chloe and Halle are in the show Grown-ish. Ah. I don't know if you talked about this already, but what are this month's favorites? From your story, I saw you went to Japan, and I'm so jealous. Yes, Japan is basically represented in this page. So I have the Kyoto red gates, and then I have this Kirby Cafe cake that I got. So freaking cute. These are the alien mochi from Tokyo Disney. This is a sakura dango that I got when I was in Kyoto. And then this is to represent this really cute cat bus rug that I bought. I mean, we would be here all day if I listed like all of my favorite things from Japan, but I just wanted to include little tidbits, like little highlights, and I think they worked well in this sort of like sticker type composition. And then in the center here, we have Minghao, also known as the 8 from the K-pop group 17, because I've been listening to their new mini album basically on loop. It's been a toss-up of this album and Jackson Wang because I'm going to see Jackson Wang tomorrow. I'm so excited. It's going to be very good. I think I have my outfit picked out because, you know, I love an excuse to get dressed up. Oh my god, we're already 40 minutes in. I haven't even started coloring yet. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just really quickly get this going here. I've just been so occupied by hanging out with y'all in the chat. Do you really need an excuse to get dressed up? You know, you are correct. I am here for that energy. Especially during the height of the pandemic when, you know, I don't know about you guys, but in Toronto, there was sort of a period during the pandemic when they were allowing people to have kind of units that you could hang out with. So it was like a small pocket of people you could hang out with, but like not go venture outside. And so my little unit of people that I was seeing, we did a couple of times get dressed up for no reason and just like hung out at each other's homes. So that's, yeah, we did do that. What are the best songs from the album? Oh, my favorites, I think, definitely is the title track, Super, and then also I Don't Understand, But I Love You, which, excuse me, came from a comment during one of their live streams, and Hoshi loved it so much that he was like, we need to make that into a song. And it perfectly, I think, represents non-Korean speaking K-pop fans, and it's a vibe. It's really good. I'm excited to see what kind of choreography they do for it. So let me just try and quickly finish doing this and then finally start coloring. Actually, you know what? Maybe no, never mind. I usually like jumping around from thing to thing. So let me just very quickly. Yeah, the Kirby Cafe. Oh my God, y'all. It was so cute. I was beside myself with how adorable everything was. This Kirby car, like, cake thing, it was so funny. Every time someone would accidentally, like, hit the table, even just a little, it would jiggle. It was amazing. For those of you who haven't seen my Instagram stories, I have, like, a highlight on my Instagram, so for people who didn't catch them all, but look at this. Isn't it just immaculate? I had also a Kirby burger as well, which was delicious. That was the thing. The food was actually pretty good. I was impressed. The Kirby Cafe, I mean. Japan food obviously is delicious. I love how Japan and Korea have those kinds of cafes. We don't have these in the US. Oh, yeah, themed cafes is so fun. Your channel and live streams are such a blessing to my art. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. For some reason, I take a while to listen to comebacks. That's fair. There's so much out there. It's hard to keep up. Super and I Don't Understand but I Love You are also my faves. They're so good. Right? When they did the highlight reel, when it was just like little snippets, I for sure thought Fire was going to be my favorite, which I still love, obviously, but it's, yeah. I Don't Understand but I Love You. It's such a good R&B groovy vibe. I just got here, but are we talking about 17? That comeback it was life. Yes. I've been listening to it nonstop and I'm obsessed with the music video. I'm going to try and learn the dance. It's really hard looking, but I want to learn it really bad. That's fun. I really love getting dressed up even for no reason. Yes. The creases in that sleeve, so well done in just a few lines. Thank you. Yeah, it's just haphazard. Okay. The Kirby burger. Kerberg. So cute. What is the size of the sketchbook? That's a good question. Let me see. Do I have a ruler? I do have a ruler. Okay, it is in inches. It is 11 by 8.5, so letter size. And in centimeters for my, this is 28 by 21.5 centimeters. Okay, let's start coloring. I feel like I've been working on the sketch for too long. Let's start coloring. So let's begin, shall we? I have a swatch card here with all of my Ohuhu markers swatched. Let's do Kirby car. Let's maybe go for R21. No, maybe R22. We have to go, but we'll watch the whole thing on replay. Thanks for making us feel welcome on this great channel. Thanks so much. Can't watch as I'm going to a movie, so I'll watch it later. Enjoy the movie. For anyone wondering, all of the art supplies are listed in the description. Kirby car. The Kirby Cafe also had a merch section in the back because of course it did. And I bought stuff because of course I did. And one of the things I got was Kirby coffee. I just got like one. They only sold them in like single packets. So I'll have to pick a very special morning to drink the Kirby coffee. Any webtoon recommendations? Oh, my favorite right now I think is, what is it called? Men of the Harem. It's like starts out as a harem, but then turns into like a political fantasy royal drama, basically. Did you watch the Mario movie? I did not. I've kind of heard mixed things. It sounds like people seem to be kind of divided about it. Some people like absolutely hated it, and some people are like, it wasn't so bad. But I have not seen it. Also, I feel like I went too dark, actually. I feel like I should have went for a lighter pink. So for the Sakura Dango, I think I'm going to use a different pink, something lighter. Maybe let's do the R21 this time. Oh, you know, I just realized normally I do little swatches, so I should have done that actually. That would help. So that's R22, R21, because the swatch paper that I have is different paper than this sketchbook, so sometimes the colors look a little different. Also, everyone remember to hydrate. If you do commission drawings, do you make them on Procreate with traditional art supplies? I haven't offered commissions in a really long time, but I did traditional commissions because I am primarily a traditional artist, and that's the style and look that people wanted from me. But I will say digital commissions would probably be easier because you can adjust and change and edit it a lot easier. It's very, very challenging to make changes to traditional work. So if you find that you work pretty comfortably with digital, then that would probably be more beneficial for a commission context. But make sure, like, when you agree to do a commission for somebody, that you have a limit on how many edits and changes can be made. Otherwise, you should charge extra if they want a lot of changes, because I think that's something that people forget about and then end up doing way more work than they initially thought they were going to do if they have to do like a million changes. So keep that in mind. Oh, I just realized I was coloring this and you guys couldn't see. Sorry about that. The Mario movie really took me back to my 3DS days. It was funny, to be honest, but a bit short. There were definitely a lot of mixed feelings. I was on the it wasn't so bad side to the point where it seems too extreme to either really love it or really hate it. If you played Mario growing up, there's a bit of nostalgia, and I feel like the creators wink at you a lot through subtle Easter eggs. Yes, I think that people who are on the extreme side of hating the Mario movie, I feel like they probably were going to be hard to please to begin with, and they have like an immense attachment to Mario as a franchise, I guess. But I think the thing with any kind of reinterpretation of something, you still have the original thing. The new thing usually isn't gonna like ruin, well, to me anyway, I don't think it ruins the the franchise because we're not altering the original thing. There's just new stuff. So if you don't like it, then just don't watch it. That's just my 2 cents on it, but like with Star Wars or something, I know Star Wars is like a pretty intense one. Well, the eyes got filled in quite a bit, but it's okay. I will, and maybe I'll use a paint marker to bring them back. This one was okay. I think I made these ones too small. Kind of tricky because sometimes the markers will feather out a little bit. Hi, Tina. Hi. I'm really hoping they come out with a Luigi's Mansion movie. Oh, that would be fun. If you watch it with low expectations, you won't hate it at all because it's quite enjoyable. I think that's the right approach. What was the best part of going to Tokyo Disney? I dream of going. Oh my gosh, Tokyo Disney was so fun. I went to Tokyo Disney Sea because there's 2 parks. There's Tokyo Disneyland and the Tokyo Disney Sea. And I know I've heard a lot of people say that they are like underwhelmed by Disney Sea, but I think that might be people who are expecting like the typical Disney experience, in which case they should have just went to Disneyland. But for me and like the people I was going with, we were like, we have Disneyland in the States. Like I'm from Canada, but like obviously the States is like closer to get to for me. And so we wanted to go for Sea because it felt like a more unique experience. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super cute. It was like a perfect, 1-day trip, or 1-day like activity. And what was my favorite part? Everyone is so well dressed. I know I said that about Japan in general, but it's true. Like when you think amusement park, oftentimes, people are going for comfort because you're going on rides, you're on your feet a lot and whatnot. But like so many people in Japan just came as if they were going to an event. Like a lot of the fits, I was like, is this concert wear? Like it just, the theming that they would have like a concept for like the group of friends that they went with, and they would all match and have this like a through line aesthetic going. And I just was very taken by that, and also jealous, and also commending the dedication to the look. If I didn't have to pack so light for the trip, I would have brought way more outfits because I was a little jelly. They looked so good. When I heard Disney Sea, I thought it was Disney Sea like ABC. That's fair. But yeah, I think Disneyland versus Disney Sea, which is cute. Have you been to any of the Nintendo World? Sorry if you already mentioned this. No, I actually haven't talked about that. When we were talking about when we were talking about our Japan trip, my first thought was Tokyo Disney, and I completely forgot to include in my brain the Nintendo World, because I think that also would have been super, super fun. But yeah, I think one theme park for a trip is fair. So maybe, when I eventually go back to Japan, because I definitely want to, I will hit up Nintendo World. I just realized I forgot to swatch this again. I don't know if this is actually the color I want, but let's see. I was thinking I wanted to go for something a little bit more colorful because everything else is kind of got bright colors, but it's okay. I'm going to use colored pencils on top, so I might be able to jazz it up a little bit. What color is this nose? It's like a pink. Okay, I will go around the nose. Another highlight of the Japan trip was definitely the Ghibli Museum. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. I tried to get tickets for the Ghibli park, or my friend tried to get the group Ghibli Park museums at like the amusement park, but it was very competitive, so I didn't get to do that. But the Ghibli museum was amazing. Cat Bus, yes, I love Cat Bus. Well, seeing all the different fashion in Japan inspiring for another character, definitely inspiring in general for me and for my work, definitely. Nothing specific, but the fashion in Japan, it's immaculate. And not even like just in Harajuku, it's like everyone just dresses really well. Did the temples feel authentic? Like, were you stepping into one of the air temples, example Avatar? Definitely in Kyoto. Like, Kyoto is so beautiful in terms of traditional looking architecture, and going to like the temples and the shrine stuff was very, very cool. As well as what was it called? Toei Studio Park. It was an amusement park, and they film a lot of period dramas and stuff there because there's like a section in the park that has like Edo period theming, and it was very, very cool. We actually went there because they had a giant Evangelion, and it was incredible. It was humongous. It looked so cool. I don't have a photo. I have the photo on my phone, but it's like my phone is filming right now, so I will definitely have footage of it in my vlog, and I have it on Instagram. But anyway, it was so cool. So cool. Okay, should we color in our boy? Let's see. He is Pinterest. Let's pull up Pinterest. Okay. And let's refer to our color swatchy here. So the color grading in the music video is leaning quite, for the skin tone, quite warm. So let's do maybe this Y120. And I will actually swatch it this time. Let's see what that looks like. And then for like the shadows of him, maybe let's use the pink we used for Kirby. That way, that's how we're going to tie the colors together. And then for his hair, I want to go for, I think, like dark, deep blues. I think that'll look really good with the green and the pink and the red, as opposed to going like actual grayscale black. So let's go for, although actually a lot of the grays that I have here do have some nice like blue tones, so maybe this BG05 as like the base. BG, that's not right. Where is it? Where is that? Swatch it over here. Although, you know what? Now I'm rethinking, because Cat Bus has brown. So I wonder maybe if it makes more sense for the dark elements to be brown instead of blue. Decisions. Why is there April when it's May? No hate, just asking. These are my April favorites. So when I do my favorites pages, I do it at the beginning of the following month. That way I've actually experienced the entire month to pick my favorites, if that makes sense. Since we're only on May 5th, we're like 5 days into May. So I will do my May favorites the following month, if that makes sense. Did you get any art supplies in Japan? I did. I will be doing a Japan haul video, so I'll show off all of my goodies. But as a spoiler, I did buy some paints, and I also bought some manga screen tones, which I'm quite excited about. I didn't even see the rock scene. That made me bawl. Amazing, right? Everything Everywhere All at Once. Loved it. Loved it, loved it. Japan is so mesmerizing and otherworldly that when you go back to your home country, everything becomes paler than usual. I know what you mean. There's definitely... I kind of feel like those travel blues anytime I come back from a trip. But yeah, Japan is built in a very efficient way, which is pretty awesome. Definitely, you know, it's not a perfect place, but it's a really, really cool place to visit for sure. Oh my God, you're also drawing monthly faves. I've skipped March and been in an art block for so long that I'm on the brink of giving up April too. Thanks so much for this stream. Aw, I hope you can power through. If not, there's no shame in not completing a challenge, but I'm rooting for you. Pipa mentioned you in her latest video. She said you inspired her to swatch while she uses markers. I watched that video right before coming on the stream, actually. I was very pleasantly surprised to hear her mention me. I love Pipa. She's so sweet. Now we're finally getting some color on here. Oh, wow. I hope you had a blast. I'm saving to go in September, hopefully. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I hope that you're able to go and have an amazing time. Yes, definitely save as much as possible because you don't want to miss out on anything that catches your eye. I'm sorry if you answered this already. Did you go to any anime-themed cafes in Japan? If yes, was it good? I didn't get the chance to go any anime-themed ones, unfortunately. We would have loved to, but the thing about the anime-themed ones is usually they happen pretty last minute. Because they're usually just pop-ups. So it's hard to coordinate to catch one. We would have loved to otherwise, though. The closest thing was we went to the Kirby Cafe, which I have drawn here. And it was amazing. It was so cute. But yeah, I love watching Emmy Richu's themed cafe videos, so then I can live vicariously through her because she lives in Japan now, so she's able to check them out. seeing you making the April faves made me realize we're almost halfway through 2023. I know, it's so crazy. My friends and I were talking yesterday about how like the year is just flying by so quickly. And like we, you know, at the beginning of every year, you set out to do so many different things, and time flies so much faster than you expect it to. Okay, apologies, friends. I am going to step away for just a moment to go to the bathroom, and I will be right back. You can also use this as an intermission to also go to the bathroom or grab snacks or something. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Stay hydrated, friends. Oh my gosh, my seasonal allergies were really kicking my butt this morning, but I took an allergy pill, so I think we're okay, and put some eye drops in my eyes. Before you know it, it's going to be Halloween and then Christmas. Oh my gosh. I'm really happy to hear your support. I will try to power through the April faves since I have a lot of things I like that month. P.S. Really love the composition you're drawing for this month. Thank you so much. I loved watching your videos while drawing. Yay, I'm glad. I'll get myself together, be the middle of the year. Yeah, relatable. Yes, the composition is definitely different from what I normally do, but I'm feeling it. It feels fun. I have to go. I plan on watching the rest later. Thank you for doing these videos. They're so inspiring and beautiful. Thanks so much for joining. I'm glad. I feel like the years in 2020 are shorter than the years in 2000s. Yeah, I feel that. And also, I think the pandemic really skewed people's sense of time, especially. It's 1:13 a.m. in Vietnam, so I can't have snacks anymore. I guess I'll just stay here. Sorry about that. Which markers would you use to make commissions now, since alcohol markers are known to fade in color? Yes, I know that like some people still do commissions in alcohol markers. I'm not really sure what the best answer would be, to be honest, for that, because I actually used to do marker commissions when I did conventions. And that's like a pretty common thing that people do. So unfortunately, I'm not really sure what the best route is, because when I'm selling originals, typically I'm using paints. So I have heard that Winsor and Newton makes pigment markers so that they don't fade, but I haven't really seen a lot of people enjoy those markers, or at least I haven't really seen a lot of people like talk about them. So that might be worth looking into at the very least. But unfortunately, I don't have a perfect answer for you. Oh yes, I was in a dilemma about whether or not I wanted the black to be leaning brown or if I wanted it to be leaning blue. Let's fill in the cat bus and go from there. Let's see. I might do the cat bus in like a more muted brown. Like a purpley brown. I really like this color. I want my hair, I wish my hair was this color. That would be amazing, actually. Did you get to experience the infamous pollen season in Japan? I'm not sure if I did, actually. It was cherry blossom season, but I thankfully don't think I experienced too bad of an allergic reaction. I didn't know it was infamous. That's pretty funny, though. Went from watching true crime to your live. Maybe you can help me focus on my work. I hope that I can. Do you do traditional commissions overseas? How do you ship the work? I do not do commissions at all. But when I ship anything overseas, I use like a rigid mailer, and for the most part, it seems to have gone okay. I feel like art inventions are being slept on, like hello, pigment-based non-fading markers, also water-based oil paints. Yes, it is true. Technology and like just different materials and accessibility is changing a lot. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I haven't had any experience with the pigment-based markers, but I assume they were made in order to not fade. Okay, next, I think we're gonna fill in the gates. So this is a tricky one because the gates are red, but I don't want them to be too loud, if that makes sense. Might be challenging. I might have to use like colored pencils on top. Let's see. Let's go with the R1 just because I think it is like the lightest red. R1. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, it's probably still going to be a pretty strong red, but we'll see. I wish I could go to Japan in June so I can watch the 2 new Sailor Moon movies. Ooh, that would be really good timing. Do you use references for drawing the fonts? They always look so good. Thank you so much. I do sometimes. This month, I actually didn't use a reference for the font. I did for March. So it kind of depends, but yes, I thank you. Hey, I hope I didn't miss too much. You're okay. I mean, you are here for the more exciting part, which is when I get to color. I did some of the sketching earlier. I'd recommend at least Kamar Varnish by Krylon for alcohol ink / markers. It does protect it from fading and UV light. Oh, that's a good... Oh, thank you for that. Yes, that is a good recommendation. So, yes, that is a good solution. Yeah, Krylon is known, I think, pretty well known for making top coat sprays that help protect your work and yes, like UV and prevent it from fading and all that good stuff. So that is a great suggestion. I forgot about that. Definitely do test runs though, just to be sure that it doesn't ruin your paper or something. So something that I almost forgot that I'm planning to do is I want to make like have outlines around everything so that they look like stickers. So I'm just drawing that in so I don't forget. The question is, do I do it around Minghao as well? Yeah, actually, let's do that. We want him to stand out. He is the main character. He is the main event. The cat reminds me of Cookie Car from Steven Universe. Oh yeah, the ice cream sandwich. I totally see what you mean. I'm sure that Steven Universe was probably inspired by Cat Bus. Maybe try more muted red, like pastel or earthy ones. Yeah, that is, maybe what I'll do is I'll use the really strong red, and then maybe I'll use a muted color on top of it, like layer them, like a gray or something, and then go from there, or colored pencils as well. I was thinking Cat Bus and Totoro. Yes, it is the Cat Bus from Totoro. It's to represent my Cat Bus rug that I bought when I was in Japan. Okay, let me pull up a photo of, let me show you guys because it was so cool. So this is me drinking a Pocari Sweat because that's what you do. And this is a very small sampling of the red gates going up the Inariyama mountain. It was amazing. The hike itself was pretty grueling, especially because I had blisters on my feet already, but it was worth it. It was like not only just like rewarding to make it to the top, but also like the views were amazing, amazing, amazing. Definitely a must if you ever go to Kyoto. But yeah, there's supposed to be, or they estimate that there's roughly 10,000 gates, which is pretty amazing. And we got to we got to see both of the like cats that like hang out at the shrine. They're both black and white. They even have like merch of them. It's so cute. We got to pet one of them. The other one was definitely occupied with like catching butterflies or something. Both very, very cute though. The photo looks stunning. You look so pretty. Aw, thank you so much. I was sweating up a storm. It was humid and the hike was pretty intense. Even the photo composition is so pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I literally like, I held the camera and told my friend, I was like, okay, take the picture like this and I'm going to stand in the middle. Yeah, we got lucky in the sense that like, as you make your way up the mountain, it like fewer and fewer people are up there. So you're able to get better photos because at the base of the mountain, there's so many people and like any given photo you take just has like crowds and crowds. But people give up pretty quickly as you make your way up, so you're able to get more cool photos. The red gates are so long and hard to climb, though. We took like 20 steps, took pics, and called it a day. I mean, that's totally fair. We were all very determined to do the whole thing. And yeah, so it's one of those things where you're like, oh my God, I made it to the top. And then you're like, oh my God, wait, I have to go to the bottom too. Because there's like no, you just have to hike all the way back down. It's crazy. We were there for probably a couple hours, honestly. Wasn't one of the cats from the shrine following you? I remember seeing it on your story. It was so cute. we we got to pet the cats, and then they were like the one cat was like rolling around. He was so sweet. We didn't pet the second one. I like zoomed in on him from afar. What you might be thinking of is I did get followed by a deer when we were in Nara. So Nara is pretty well known for the deer park, and there's just like free roaming wild deer, and then you can buy snacks to feed them, and they're very cute but also very aggressive. And yeah, there's a video of that my friend took of one stalking me because he wanted more crackers, which was pretty funny. Yeah, our itinerary was packed. We did so much stuff. For anyone who is a patron of mine, I actually gave out a document of my itinerary as like a little guide for anyone who wants to go to Japan. I also did like an entire podcast talking about my trip as well. So sorry to all of my patrons who have already heard me talk about the trip very extensively. Is that what being a Disney princess feels like? I mean, you would think, but it was like snooping through our pockets. They were like biting our butts. They were like pulling at our clothes. So it definitely didn't feel super relaxing, that's for sure. It was very funny though. It was also pouring rain that day, so that didn't help either. So unfortunately, it did not give me Disney princess vibes. I just got here. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the wild deer in the Nara Park in Japan. Cute, but a little bit aggressive. They were like nipping at us. It was crazy. No teeth. No teeth. But yeah, one definitely nipped me in the butt. Not sassy deer. I know, right? Do you ever draw yourself? You could paint yourself on your trip. I'm actually hoping to do some like travel sketchbook pages where I draw photos from my trip, like more of like the landscape and stuff. I'm not sure if I'll end up drawing myself necessarily, but we'll see. I have like a weird complex about drawing myself, but I actually tried to start like outfit of the day type sketchbook page of my own outfits and like drawing myself, but I started it and then didn't follow through, so we'll see. Actually, let me show you what I started. It was actually in this sketchbook. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here. So I was trying to draw one of my outfits from my birthday last year. I was wearing this like oversized leather jacket, and my friend got me like a bouquet of flowers. So I was like trying to draw that, and I was like planning to have like a whole spread, like double spread of me in various outfits. But I have not, as you can see, haven't really gotten very far on it. So yeah, we'll see. I haven't drawn over it yet, so there's still time if I just change my mind. That's so funny. Not very Disney-like, I know. It was so funny because on that same day we also had gone to the, I forget what it's called, but it was like a monkey park. You have to like hike up another mountain. We did a lot of hiking. We hiked up a mountain, and at the top there's like a monkey park, and I was way more scared for the monkeys than I was for the deer. I thought, going into the day, I was like, yeah, like the monkeys might be scary, but the deer will be nice and friendly. Turns out the monkeys were way more chill. But there was a lot of rules about the monkeys. They were like, don't look them in the eye, don't take photos of them crouching. Yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking. That drawing reminds me of drawing with waffles. Oh no, late to the stream. That's okay. Better late than never. What sketchbook do you bring with you when you're out? I wish I was that type of artist that would sketch on the go, but I'm unfortunately not. So I actually don't really travel that much with sketchbooks, unfortunately. I wish I was that person though. If I did though, I would try to keep it small. Okay, I think I'm gonna use R120 for the gate in the back, just so it feels like it's receding. Or no, maybe I should use one of the pinks, actually. Yeah, I should use, yeah, actually, I'll use this pink that I used for the dango. That way we're like, all the colors are tying in together. Gotta create that color harmony. Because we want this gate to feel like it's being kind of pushed into the background here. I feel like maybe the outlines that I made for stickers are like very inconsistent, but it's okay. I also want to do travel drawing, but then pulling out the sketchbook is just so inconvenient. And I also got FOMO, so I just got back to normal traveling, right? Yeah, so I kind of knew going into the trip, I was like, I love the idea of travel journaling, but I know that I'm going to be way too preoccupied with just enjoying the trip. And also the added element of wanting to document stuff, like film stuff for like YouTube and obviously for myself. So that was just like way too many things to juggle. So I figured I'll just take a lot of photos and videos, and then I can do like a travel journal sketchbook page after the trip based off my photos instead, which is more my speed anyways. I'm the type of person who likes to like sit down at my desk, listen to music, or do a live stream and have my sketchbook session that way. Do you speak any Japanese? Barely. I was mentioning earlier that I've been doing Duolingo, which is like a language learning app. But I definitely did not use any like I'm not able to hold like a proper conversation, unfortunately, with anyone. Like I'm not very good. But I know like a tiny bit to get by, and also I'm retaining certain words. So when I'm hearing a conversation, sometimes I can kind of understand the context. But yeah, unfortunately, I would definitely not say I'm fluent by any stretch of the means. Did the phrase I just say even make sense? I don't think it did. What, any stretch of the imagination. I think that's the correct phrase. Drawing and talking is hard, y'all. Duolingo is so aggressive when you miss a session, though. I know people are so scared of the Duolingo bird because you get like notifications. And it's like, it would really suck if you lost that streak today. But I don't know. I find it kind of funny. So true. I draw very slow, so I only have drawing at my desk and at my own pace. Yes, I'm very slow, as you all can see. I'm planning to make a little case for Sketchbook because I always have to rummage for pencils. I switch between book sizes, hence my question. Ah, okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. My absolute dream is to paint in Japan. I'm not a landscape or urban sketcher, but I'll try. I mean, that's definitely the place to do it. The landscape and the architecture is beautiful. I only know how to introduce myself and say thank you. I also know some expressions, but that's it. Yes. Yeah, I think I probably said gomennasai and sumimasen so many times throughout the trip. Those are like the key, which is yeah, thank you and sorry. Or like no. Arigatou gozaimasu is thank you. And then gomennasai is sorry. And then sumimasen is like excuse me. I said excuse me a lot because we were like rummaging through like the subways and stuff. See, I didn't retain anything, y'all. Don't listen to me. I'm not good at languages. Gomennasai. Yes, there was definitely a few cases where people thought I was local and they were like start like fully speaking to me in Japanese, and I'm like, oh wait, sorry. I uninstalled Duolingo for a reason. That green owl haunts me. Yes. You're in Canada, right? Did you learn to speak French? Petit peu, just a tiny. We technically did learn French in school. I took French, or like was required to take French classes up until grade 9, but I didn't retain a lot, unfortunately. Are you fluent in any other language besides English? I'm not. I'm terrible. I really admire people who are fluent in multiple languages because that is an amazing skill to have. But I am unfortunately not one of those people. Okay. So, question, friends. Whoops, what am I pulling up here? Okay. So, we have reached a point. With Minghao here, the character, or I'm saying character because that's like in the context of this page, but our boy Minghao, 17 member, this is the photo reference that I'm using for the most part. As you can see, his hair and his outfit are mainly black. I don't want to use pure black, and I was kind of going between whether or not I make it like a really deep brown, like a brown base, or if I go for a blue base. Originally, I thought blue because I thought that would complement the green and the pink and the red really well, but then the cat bus is brown. So what do we think? Maybe, I don't know, I'm wondering if the blue will just make him pop a lot more as opposed to the brown. Right. Decisions. Maybe I'll color in his eyes for now. Blue or deep green? Oh, deep green. Big brain energy. That is true, because we do have green happening, and green is a complement to red. Y'all are thinking. I dropped my French journey for a few months now. Aw. You can always go back to it though. I had that problem in Puerto Rico. They didn't know I'm diaspora and not a local. Uh, blue base, blue, green. I get by just fine, but I could get by just fine, but you definitely hear my Chicagoan accent when I speak Spanish. He's the main character. Absolutely. He is the moment. It's a very cool idea to draw yourself with your clothes. I love to see that, but if you're not comfortable with drawing yourself, maybe draw your clothes on your fave anime characters. Oh, that's a cute idea. Yeah, I like the blue. Imagine Inuyasha wearing your fave dress because he lost a bit with Moroku. That's so cute. Really dark pink. Deep green. Maybe a little swatch on the paper. Maybe variation of green or teal, maybe. Yeah, you know, I like this idea. I think I just like completely disregarded green, but maybe like a muted deep green blue is not a bad idea. Definitely muted though, because we don't want it to stray too far away from the actual vision of, or like stray too far away from it looking like the music video. But maybe this G7 in the mix, because it's like a muted green, might be cool. And then maybe I'll use like these like blue grays on top. So I have this color pulled out, which I think will be good. Let's see this G7, this color. By the way, I started teaching little gremlins pre-K kids art today. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh, good luck. I imagine wrangling kids to sit down and do art would be very challenging. My nails are green too. Oh my god, I know, right? I am in my green era. B2 is also nice. It's similar to G7. B2. Yes, yes, yes. This color. All right, let's do ours. Clothing is going to be solid colors. I'm going to have some variations of tones to have like a little bit of shading, and then I think with the gold bits on this, I'll have to like go in with like a yellow base and then do the dark on top, I think. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to fill in the entire thing with this color, and then we'll like carve out the shadows. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. Okay, we're going for it, friends. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hydration reminder. Oh, thank you. Yes, everyone, hydration reminder. I'm gonna have to fill up my water soon. The leap of fate. Yes, leap of faith. Me too. I like those drawing what I wore in a week videos. I understand if a full drawing every day is too much though. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. I think I just need to get over the weird complex that I have about drawing myself. What I might think would help is if I stylize it significantly as opposed to trying to make it look like me and make it like more cartoony maybe. I think that would be more suitable and also probably easier and more fun to do. I've noticed your nails are always unintentionally matched when doing a monthly favorite spread, right? I think it's like my brain is subconsciously like just seeing my nail color, and then it just ends up happening for the sketchbook spread, which is pretty funny. But I have been jokingly saying that I'm in my green era because I, for a really long time, was not into green as a color. And now I just suddenly am really into it. I don't know what it is. Oh shoot, did I make a mistake? No, okay. I want to make sure I leave the areas out where the gold needs to be so I don't mess that up. I should have done that first. It's all good. Oh yeah, this color against the red, it's very pleasing for my eyeballs. Bettina, you're so cute. Aw, thank you. What about white outline around the clothing to make it pop? I don't know. I mean, I am, yeah, kind of like doing this like sticker thing around him. So I think that will help make him stand out as well. Came in late, starting from the beginning at 2 times speed and trying to catch up because the chat's giving me major FOMO. Aw. I also don't like to draw myself because it makes me notice the tiniest flaws on my face and be like, so this is how people see me? I know what you mean, but I will say, I think that people probably see you in an even better, like a better light than you see yourself, because we are our own harshest critics. So we're always paying attention or noticing the quote unquote like flaws. Whereas I think that your loved ones or like people who know you really well, they're seeing all the good good sides of you and also interpreting our perceived flaws as highlights or like what makes us unique. And then when it comes to strangers, I think that, you know, they know you even less. So they probably don't notice all of our perceived flaws either. Oh, did I make a mistake again? No. Okay. This outfit is mostly black, so I'm just like making sure I don't mess anything up. Actually, before I mess anything up, let's like go ahead and actually fill in this yellow part so that I don't forget. So for the gold, we want to go for something, maybe this Y2. Maybe go Y1 to be safe, and then we'll go from there. Let's go Y1. Maybe draw yourself in different anime styles or putting yourself in scenes from shows. Oh, that's a fun idea too. For those of you who are familiar with Pipa, she also has a YouTube channel. She actually did something similar to that. She actually has drawn drawing my outfit for like a week or something, and then she also did a video where she drew herself as anime characters. It was really, really fun. I highly recommend checking them out. And I thought it was such a fun idea. She even like filmed like TikToks with it. So cute. I've never seen this anime before, but this for some reason is like reminding me of Gintama. Am I going crazy or am I correct? Hold on. I'm gonna Google Gintama and see if I'm. Hold on. Gintama. No, not really. I don't know why. This is I mean, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's my random sidetracking. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. Oh yes, that's an excellent idea. I've done that before for a class assignment. I have to actually start working now, but thanks for keeping me company so far. Good luck at work. Thanks for joining. I also draw me as a persona rather than my realistic appearance since it's more fun and also a good ego boost. Yeah, a persona. That's a good way of looking at it. Yes, exactly. That is like, yeah. I should also look at it that way. Kind of like a Yeah, alter ego, essentially. Yes, I like that idea. I think we as artists are also better at noticing things and details in ourselves. We've sort of trained ourselves to do that. So we can be harsher or the opposite, be more forgiving because we know people are different. Yeah, the artist's eye. That is a good call, or like a good observation too, because we are definitely more observant, I think, than the average person. That is very, very true. You know what happened and why I was like confused. This sleeve should probably have the pattern as well, but I think because of the angle and the shadow, you can't really see it. So it kind of looks lopsided. Right? In the photo here. So like you can see like little glimpses of it, of the edge, but I think the angle and the shadow or whatever, you can't really see it. That's okay. Oh, and there's like some gold on the down here too. That's okay. It's all right. We get the idea. The white hair, it's the hair's fault. Oh, you're right. Yes, you are right. I need to fill in the hair. Then it won't look like Gintama anymore. But yet, when we draw random portraits of people, it's those flaws, fickle traits that make them unique. Yes, very true. I started getting weird insecurity about how my hands look while trying to film art videos. Like, what even? I understand what you mean. I usually try to make sure my nails are like freshly painted. These are actually a little bit cracked now. But yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, for his hair, I think I want to use a different base just so it feels slightly different. Even though, you know, it's all like the same. It's all black, but I think just for differentiation's sake, I might do a slightly different color, maybe something warmer for his hair. WG4. Let's see. Let's see. It's funny because like he's so intense and broody and moody looking, but the things around him are so colorful and cute. My nails are too short. Oh no. I keep mine short-ish and rarely have them painted. The contrast is palpable. It's honestly hilarious. I mean, I think that short nails can still be painted. Why not, right? I mean, whatever you're more comfortable with, right? I like having my nails painted. I just think it adds like a fun touch. It's like an accessory, right? But I do prefer having my nails on the shorter side. These are like the longest I'll go. I also have like naturally long nail beds. So even when they're trimmed like pretty short, they look long. Oh yes, actually, this is a good opportunity to do the parts on the gate because I think, yeah, the base and then like the top of the gate is black. Yes. Essentially. And there's like a trim, I think, here too. Oh, I just realized I did that wrong. That's okay. There's like a gold or like a bronzy band at the top first, but it's okay. Too late. If my nails are too long, it causes me sensory issues and I need to file them down. Oh, yes, that's fair. I can't paint my nails because of my 2 jobs. I miss painting my nails. Oh, yeah, my friend, for a really long time, my friend used to work in like the kind of food department in a hospital, and she also had that issue. Like, she wasn't allowed to paint her nails because she was working with food. And then the top of the gate, the very top, is also black. So we'll fill that in. It's 1:56, so I'm gonna go to sleep now. Sad to go, but bye. Have a good day, y'all. Have a good sleep. Thanks for joining. Sorry the time difference is so late for you. Yeah, I wish I could do other. It's so hard, like coordinating different time zones, but for me, I find this time of the day is ideal because it sits after lunch and before dinner. But yes, I appreciate y'all coming, hanging out with me. From what I could tell, he was wearing like blue contacts, but his eyes are also like deep in shadow because of his hair. So I think using this blue, this darker blue, helps kind of give that vibe. Have you seen Daisy Jones and the Six? I haven't. I kind of have a sense of it because I watched, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cindy on YouTube. She's like a booktuber, and I'm not actually, I don't read a lot of books, to be honest, but I really love Cindy. I think she's so funny. And her friend Elias reacted to, I think, like the first 6 episodes of that TV show because they had also read the book that the TV show is based off of. So I sort of have a sense of the show just based off of that. But yeah, seems interesting. It's cool that it's like a completely fictional story, but it's set up in as if it's like a documentary. I thought that was really interesting because then that way you get to have that like music drama documentary style storyline without actually using real people, so you can do whatever you want and not have any like controversy about how accurate or inaccurate it is. Do you watch video essays? I love video essays. Yeah, I'm a big fan of video essays. Especially when it revolves around TV shows and movies, like when they're breaking down characters or stories or things like that. I really, really enjoy those. I was watching a lot of, what's his channel called? The Friendly Space Ninja, I think is what it's called. Mike's Mike is probably my favorite. He does these like really, really long, in-depth, really funny videos. He did one for Pretty Little Liars, which is a TV show I've literally never seen before, but I loved hearing him talk about it. And he did one for Glee as well. I also really like, shoot, what's her name? Jenny Nicholson. She did one for the Vampire Diaries. She does ones for like theme parks. Yeah, it's great listening material for background noise when I'm working. That's pretty cool. I've been seeing it, but actually never watched. I might have to check it out. Daisy Jones, might have to check Daisy Jones out. There's a really deep dive video essay about Hey Arnold. It's really good. Oh, that would be interesting. I definitely watched that as a kid. Hey Arnold. Character designs, very memorable, that's for sure. Very unique. CJ the X is great at video essays. Oh, okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind. CJ and CJ the X. Let me write it down so I don't forget. I have a pencil here. I'll just like write it over here. CJ the X. What types of topics does CJ the X cover? I'd love to know. I loved watching Hey Arnold. Move it, football head. Today is a short overalls day for me. Oh, cute. Well, okay, what's your favorite... What are a couple of your favorite CJ the X video essays? What are the ones that you're watching? Well, LMFAO, all of them. Okay, fair. Yeah, I have plans later this evening. I've been trying to decide what I want to wear. It's springtime in Toronto, but not like super warm yet. So I think I'm going to wear like a dress with some tights. I haven't gotten the chance to wear my loafers in a little while. I have these like chunky black loafers, which I think will be really cute since it doesn't look like it's going to rain and the snow is definitely all gone now, thankfully. So I think that might be the vibe today. Kind of slight Wednesday Adam vibes, I think, which does not scream spring, but that's the energy that I'm rocking these days. Oh yes, okay. Let me pull up the photo of Minghao again. Yes, so the pattern on his hanbok, I think it's a hanbok, like a kind of modern hanbok. I'm just gonna kind of pepper indiscernible shapes, I guess, onto it. Because it looks like it's a very intricate design, but I can't really tell what's going on. So I think I'm just gonna do this. Also, the color theory is coming through because it's definitely reading very green, which is the color story that we discussed, so that works out. Media in either a very meme way or a deep psychological analysis that'll change your life. My fave is their Coraline video. I love Coraline. His Miraculous Ladybug essay, 100%. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen that show in so long. I watched the first season. I've watched a couple video essays analyzing the Ken Penders writing era of Archie's Sonic the Hedgehog comic, and oh boy, it's wild. I mean, that sentence sounds wild. Off topic, but the Aide really owns this era, doesn't he? He does. He is the main character, honestly. I'm living for the mullet. I'm living for the black nail polish. So I saw a meme or like a post talking about how the 8 right now is giving 2013 Tumblr emo era vibes, and I'm like, yes, yes. The girlies are eating it up, and I am the girlies. That's why he was chosen for this moment, because when he entered the music video, I was like, yes, yes. I love the eyes. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, very intense. Very, very intense. Okay, let's use this green, see how it looks. I appreciate the collaborative effort on this color scheme. Lots of layering. Doing clothing folds and hair with brush markers is the dream. It makes it a lot easier. Their trim on the kind of overcoat is kind of like a satiny material, I think. So I'll probably I might use like a colored pencil to make it a little bit shinier looking. Ooh. I also like Mother's Basement. He focuses primarily on anime and manga. Okay, okay. Cool, cool. I'm a big anime manga fan. When his part came, my jaw was on the floor. That entrance, Woozy also stood out to me, but he always does because he's my bias. Oh, Woozy also, this is also Woozy's era, for sure. I loved that he was being like lifted up, like the king that he is. and oh, it's so good. So good. In my recent Q&A video on my YouTube channel, someone asked, they were like, did you anticipate how large, what was the phrasing? It was basically asking me, did you anticipate how much K-pop would become part of your life, essentially? I forget what the exact wording. It was much more eloquently put, but yeah, I did not anticipate that to be the case, but it's so much fun. I've actually been like trying to learn some of the choreo, so I'm like been doing a little bit of dancing. I have no intentions of like, you know, doing anything with it, but it's just fun to learn the choreo. And I am going to K-pop dance party next weekend, I think. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to bust out some of the choreo that I've learned. I heard somewhere that Woozy asked the 8 to sing with his Chinese accent. I think that's why his part stands out. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Yeah, because it's like the song. I mean, obviously, it's like got lots of Dragon Ball Z energy references and stuff, but it is about like a Chinese legend, right? Like the Monkey King legend. That's what like Dragon Ball Z is based off of. So that is really, really cool. I love that. Yay, I'm 2 hours late, but I caught your live. Yay, welcome for joining. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you're here. I didn't expect K-pop to be part of my life either. I became a fan in 8th grade. I'm 25 now. Oh, wow, longtime fan. That's amazing. I'm a new fan. I'm a newbie fan. But I'm loving it. It's very fun. Okay, let's Ooh, yes. Okay. I hear all this hype about K-pop, but I'm skeptical. I do love a new obsession, though. Do you recommend a place to start? Oh, yes. If you're looking for something to, if you're looking for a rabbit hole, K-pop definitely is a deep, deep rabbit hole. There's so much content. It's where to begin, honestly. There's, I guess maybe, what kind of music do you typically listen to? I think maybe we collectively, me and the chat, can try and decipher what group would make the most sense for you based off your current music listening habits. Because, like, you know, some groups lean more hip hop, some groups lean more like aggressive, some are a bit cuter. Be careful though, because it will take over your life. It's true. I am the perfect example of that. I remember someone being like, "It's so interesting. I was watching one of your old videos and you talked about how you weren't into K-pop." And here I am. It's like, it has taken over my life, but in the best way possible, I swear. Because it is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. There's like so many choices, so many directions to go in. Okay, so I think I want to do his hair next. Another layer for the hair, maybe. WG09 feels too dark. Like, I wish there was something in between this one and this one. Maybe I'm just gonna take a leap of faith here and go with this Y12, go with a brown for his hair, just to bring something different. Actually, let's swatch it first. Let's swatch first and see. NG05. Yes, true. You fall into a rabbit hole and never come out. The folds in the clothing came out so good. Thank you. I lean more cuter. Oh, okay. Honestly, I think a group like New Jeans just has music that sounds good to a very broad audience. Artists in the art industry need to be less embarrassed about putting their interests in their art. They usually come out better for it. I agree. I also will endorse New Jeans. The layout of this page is so cool. Minghao's pose kind of makes it look like he's summoning all the snacks around him. I love it. Oh my god. That's so true. I love it. He's literally summoning the snacks. I absolutely love that. That's actually so funny. You know what? I am curious to see what this will read out of context, because it is sort of like, wait, what's going on? For people who don't know, that's actually so funny. So don't be embarrassed about making K-pop fan art. Honestly, I think I would be less interested in the music and more interested in the band members. I mean, that's kind of how people really dig into it, right? I think that's why K-pop is like, K-pop fans are so intense, is because of like all the variety content that they put out, and they really, like, their personalities really shine. And that's kind of how you, like, inevitably become really invested in them, because you become attached to them as people as well. New Jeans is definitely really fun music, but I haven't watched any of their variety content, so I have no idea what they're like in terms of personality. 17 is probably one of my favorites in general when it comes to music, performance, music videos, as well as their variety content and their like energy and personalities. But I will say there is 13 of them, so it's kind of overwhelming in terms of like getting to know each member. But they have their own variety show called Going 17, where they do a wide variety of things. Or maybe Youngji's show. She basically on YouTube she interviews various artists, and they just drink and eat and they just hang out, and it's like extremely wholesome and fun and a little chaotic. And many of the 17 members have been on her show. I've actually watched the one that she did recently with Joshua and EK twice now, because it just brings me a lot of comfort and they're so fun and cute. His outfit is giving Nanami vibes. I can't not see it. Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god. I mean, Nanami is like my manses. I love him. So it's kind of the perfect crossover. Oh my god. That's so true. To be honest, I really got into K-pop by watching Run BTS, not the song, the variety show. I was in a rough place and just binged the entire playlist. Yes, Run BTS is also a great variety show. They're so endearing, the boys. The boys are so endearing. It's like EXO, but they only have 12 members. It's not really 12 members anymore, though, if I remember right. 7 of the members left. Yeah, EXO has been around for kind of a long time, so I can imagine that there's a lot of kind of shifting around. Can you draw BTS members? I actually have drawn them. Hold on, let me pull out my... All of the originals have sold, but I do have postcards now. My shop is not open right now, but I have drawn the boys. We've got Jin, RM, Hobie, Jimin, Taeyang, oh, and Cookie, the boys. So these are little postcards. They were done with watercolors and gouache. I sell them individually and as a set. My shop is not open, unfortunately, right now, but they will be available again when I do open my shop. And I have like stickers and washi tape and stuff as well that are like BTS, like BT21 themed. Wait, did I show Suga? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Suga. Suga. My bad. I have a video where I painted V on my YouTube channel. And then I have a video where I painted the Boy with Love screenshot from the music video as well. $4.99. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Renee. That's so sweet of you. I bought that whole BTS set from you. Oh, thank you so much. Aw. I'm trying to find all the bands she used to like and have yet to catch up with the newest bands. I've avoided K-pop and dramas for a while and have recently started getting back into it. My mom got into K-pop and drew me in, but she sadly passed away 3 years ago. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that getting into the K-pop groups that she enjoyed helps you feel connected to her. A lot of the members have solo careers. No, none of the members are married. Oh, one of the members is married. Oh, yes, yes, yes. K-pop always begins with like, oh, I like these few songs, and then you check out the group's variety shows, and then there's no climbing back out of the rabbit hole. That's exactly right. 100%. I need the BTS set. I promise to have them when I open my shop again. I wish I could draw like you. I love the BTS members. Thank you so much. Yes. Wow. K-pop sidetracked. Sorry, everyone in the chat who's not into K-pop. I hope that we are still entertaining for you. Okay, let's continue with shading in our boy here. I wonder what this green will look like on top of this brown. Let's find out. Or maybe, oh, actually, let's go with this Y13. It's like this really deep chocolatey brown. Let's see what that looks like. It's like almost black, but not quite black. Basically looks like black, doesn't it? Can do this because it's like a shadow for where his thoughts on Jisoo's Flower. Oh, very catchy song. Do 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 do. Very catchy. I saw Blackpink live last year. They were very fun. They got to perform at Coachella. That was super cool. Very happy for them. That's a very like coveted, I think, career moment for a lot of artists to perform at Coachella. Have you seen Jenny's Met Gala look? I did, yes. I have been slowly seeing all the different Met Gala looks. Jenny's outfit, I love a long glove moment. I kind of wish it was more dramatic, to be honest. I know like that, I feel like the vibe maybe is not entirely up to the person because there's a lot of like people involved with picking out the designer and the stylist and stuff, but it felt very simple to me. To me, when I think of the Met Gala, it's like such an event that I find it more exciting when people go really big. But I get that maybe she didn't want to, or maybe the stylists, involved. That was just like that was the vibe that they wanted to go for, but it looked very cute. I've learned a few Blackpink choreo dances. I've learned Pink Venom, Shutdown, and then I technically learned how to do How You Like That, but I can't remember a lot of it. And then we had started learning Ice Cream, but I also can't seem to remember that one either. For those of you who don't know, I was taking K-pop dance lessons for a little bit. It was really fun. We did it for 2 months, me and my friends. And then I've been like kind of keeping up with learning K-pop choreo on my own, just like from YouTube videos. which has been honestly really fun. I've learned Mic Drop by BTS. I learned Maniac by Stray Kids. Next, I really want to learn the Super from 17. I really want to learn how to do that one. It looks challenging, but I'm determined. Gentle hydration reminder. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, everyone hydrate. I'm actually basically out of water, so this is actually a good opportunity for me to run to the bathroom, grab more water. So I will be right back. I don't want to cover my boy up. Here we go. Okay, I am back with a full glass of water. It must be frustrating to have someone else style you almost 24/7. Yes and no. I think it depends on if you have a really good stylist or if you have a good relationship with your stylist, because I can imagine that sometimes maybe it's nice to turn your brain off and just let someone else do the work. But I do agree that, you know, it's exhausting when a lot of other people are making decisions for you. My clothing is a very important part of my identity, so I would find it hard. Yeah, I think especially for artists, because fashion is such a large part of your branding and your identity. And I can see it to be frustrating if you don't agree with like your stylist or something on a look. But I'd love to know, for those of you who have seen the Met Gala looks, what were some of your other favorites? I know we've been talking about Jenny's Met Gala look, but I'd love to know what other favorites you guys had. I haven't seen all of them yet. I need to like sit down and look at them. But from what I've seen, I think Anne Hathaway was probably one of my favorites when in Versace. She had like a white long gown and then the iconic like cutouts with the giant gold safety pins keeping it together. It was such a beautiful and edgy look. Rihanna's and Doja Cat. Oh, yes. Rihanna always shows up on point, obsessed with like the gigantic Camilla flower moment that she was doing. And then Doja Cat, I thought that was very appropriate for not only her, but also for the Met Gala, because I think, like I was saying earlier, I think I just want drama. I want something new and fun, or over the top when it comes to the Met Gala. So I loved it. Cardi B. Oh yeah, Cardi B had two looks, right? She had like either a pink or like a red look, and then she also had the black and white look. It was very, also again, loving the drama. I want the drama. So I enjoyed that too. Jenna Ortega. Oh yeah, I liked her look. I liked her look too. Yeah, it felt very on brand for her right now. And then also it was just, again, drama. We love it. We love to see it. I think the theme this year was just kind of boring. I do agree. Yes, I do agree with that. I watched Mina Lay's video about the Met Gala, and she had mentioned that she hopes that next year, if they decide to go with a designer, again, like a theme based around one designer, she was kind of hoping for a Vivienne Westwood, and I absolutely agree. I think a Vivienne Westwood Met Gala theme would be very, very cool. Oh, also, I just want to mention that Jackson Wang was at the Met Gala, which I was like, hello, yes, love that for him. And I'm seeing him live tomorrow. So, very cool. Very happy for him. I think I want to do one more layer of gray on top because I think that it needs a little bit more dimension. So let me see. CG5 maybe. I thought the theme last year was a lot better. A lot of looks were really pretty, like Blake Lively and Olivia Rodrigo. Oh yeah, Blake Lively was so dramatic, and like I loved that it was like two different dresses essentially, kind of. That was cool. The Heavenly Bodies theme, top tier for me. Yes, the Heavenly Bodies was one of my favorites for sure. I agree. I agree. All of a sudden, a short popped up of Jackson and Emma Chamberlain preparing for the Met Gala, and I must say, I did not see that coming. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that was a thing. I will have to check that out. He comes off as just as like such a charismatic person and seems to be able to like get along with anyone. I love that about him. Rihanna's Pope look kind of controversial, but she slayed. She did slay. I love Rihanna so much. Oh, the theme, the one year where she wore like go pied, go, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but the like big long yellow train, loved that one. I loved like the orange hair with it too. I thought it was like so quirky and cute. And I live for the drama, as I said. Zendaya's chainmail dress with the short bob. Yes. So beautiful. That was Heavenly Bodies, right? I think, yeah. That was such a good year. Such a good theme. Gaultier has insane couture. Right? So gorgeous. Oh. Okay, Minghao, let's see. Should I go in with some colored pencils, maybe? Or I guess I want to do another layer on his hair, actually, because it's feeling too brown. Let's do that first. Since I started this live with a little bit of sketching, I feel like we're not going to get too close to finishing, unfortunately, like the actual page, but I will definitely finish it and post it later. I think I might have made his hair, yeah, too floofy over here. So I think I kind of lost the likeness a little bit. I might try to use some paint markers to defluff his hair a little. Because his hair is like definitely closer to the, let's see how well this bad boy can work. Just joined and you're almost done. No, aw. I mean, I will definitely have the live stream up after the fact, but yes, I am, ooh, that seems to work well. Nice, nice. Posca coming to the rescue. Ooh, yes. Okay, I think that helped a lot. Magic. Yes, Zendaya's Joan of Arc. Oh, so good. Yes, yes. If you ever needed a reason to get a white paint marker, this is a good example of how good this marker is. I love it. It's great for highlights as well. Random question, but Tina, do you happen to use Stay Wet palettes for acrylics or acrylic paints? Oh, yes, I actually have been using a Stay Wet palette from, not the brand Stay Wet, it's but essentially the same thing, from Wet Grass. If you after this live stream or at your own leisure, I recently, my most recent YouTube video, the chatty, what did I call it? Like chatty paint with me Q&A video. I actually used the palette for my acrylic gouache. Let me pull it out so you can see it. So the brand is called Wet Grass. No, Red Grass, not Wet Grass, Red Grass. And yeah, I linked it in that video. I don't have the link for it in this live stream, but let me open this up away from my sketchbook so I don't mess it up. And it works perfect. I'm really happy with it. Hold on. So you can see the sheet of like paper and then the sponge that you wet. And you can tell like the paints are still wet. And I worked on that painting like a week ago. Very happy with this. It's like the perfect solution for acrylics and gouache, acrylic gouache. And yeah, I love it. I absolutely love using it. Big fan, big fan. The paper does get a little wrinkly, but you know, it's a pretty small thing. But yeah, if anyone's curious about them, Stay Wet palette, I think is like generally what they're called. Oh, making a mess, making a mess. Okay. Is that the cat bus from Totoro? It is, it is. Once again, off topic, but I love mullets. Okay, that needed to be said. I also love mullets. Like the K-pop mullet is chef's kiss. It is so good. The important thing with the mullet, the K-pop, that's why I say K-pop mullet specifically, is like it's usually styled with like a lot of hair coming in the front. There's a specific way to do the mullet, but yes, I love it also. Okay, I'm gonna make his lips a little bit warmer than the rest because, you know, gotta get those rosy lips. Okay, so what next? Yeah, I'm definitely winding down here in terms of the live stream. So maybe I will do some line art on him so that we have a more complete something on this page. These are the Dessert fine liners, but you can use any like felt tip fine liner. I have everything linked in the description because I also have linked the G-Tech fine, what are they called? G-Tech fine, G-Pen fine tech. I forget what they're called. But I use those for line art sometimes as well. And those have like a more like a metal tip, I think. But yeah, these Dessert ones, they're like super affordable. They are Canadian though, so I would say that Stedler is probably like a very comparable alternative, and I think is more available, like readily available for most people. And yeah, it's just a felt tip marker, felt tip fine liner. What else? Sakura Micron is like really popular. Prismacolor makes some, like almost every every brand. If you just literally Google fine liner, like there'll be like a million options. I don't think these are particularly special or different. I just use them because I have them. His hair and expression looks so good. Thank you. Are those waterproof / alcohol marker proof? They are not. That's why I use them last. Yeah, if you're looking for something that's going to be waterproof or alcohol marker proof, definitely not these. I think probably the most common one that I've heard about that are alcohol marker proof is the Copic brand, I believe. Listening to you talk while I do maths makes it so much better. I suck in maths, can you tell? Aw, well, I'm glad I'm able to keep you company. I hate math. I was really, really bad at math when I was still in school. So, Godspeed. Wishing you all the luck in the world. That's why I'm an artist. I'm not good at math. Micro liner is really good. It doesn't smudge. Oh, okay. Microns are okay with alcohol markers once completely dry, and if you don't go over them too much. Yes, yeah, that is a really key thing to note for sure. Is most of the times fine liners, like when they're not completely dry, they'll smudge, which is always so devastating, especially when you're drawing like a face or something. So I just avoid that altogether and wait until the end. Michael's discontinued carrying most Pentel Arts products, and I grabbed a bunch of them from the clearance bin. I love the Tradio Stylo pen and the Aquash brush pen with light black pigment ink. Oh yeah, I know. I think I have a few of those Aquash water pens. I never use them though. But yeah, Pentel makes great products. I really, really like their stuff from what I remember. Oh yeah, I really like their, I have it linked in the description. Sorry for all my noise making. This thing. I forget what it's called, but it's like the brush marker that I've linked in the description. I like this boy. I don't remember what it's called, but Minghao's makeup in the music video is so good. I mean, everyone's makeup is really good. A lot of them have like kind of dark eyeshadow under the eyes. So I'm just using a teeny black color pencil here to do that. Look how small it is. Yes, Minghao look is everything. Oh, he's like owning this black mullet right now and the black cracked nail polish. So good. Remembering all the times I've smudged my line art with markers. Oh, so sad. I loved math in high school and followed a math heavy program. Now that I'm in my medicine masters, I haven't done math in years. And when my younger sisters asked me to help her, I can't remember anything. Aw. I love the heavy makeup and especially the hairstyling as well. Yes, yes. Give me all the styling, all the drama. I love it. Maybe I will do... Going in a second time, very careful around the line art here, just to darken some spots. Am creating with you and making a mini Guess Who Sailor Moon theme game for my dolls. That's so cute. I also thought it was really interesting to see a K-pop music video with only one set. Yes, that was definitely a unique choice. And it was almost everything was practical, which is very, very cool. Because they easily could have gone like the CGI route, but it was like a real space with like the in real-time lighting cues and all of the dancers. They were saying that there was like 250 dancers, which is incredible. Super, super cool. Okay, honestly, there isn't a lot I can do with him, I feel like. And we're reaching 4 o'clock. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So yeah, I have been streaming for basically 3 hours, which is my usual time frame. So I didn't quite finish this entire page, but I think that the most exciting part was definitely Minghao in the middle here and like the overall color palette. So I think I will head out, but thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm very happy to be back doing live streams. They're so much fun and I really enjoy hanging out with you. So I will have this entire live stream up for you to watch from the beginning or to watch later if you want. And yeah, I'll definitely be posting the finished version of this on my Instagram, and look out for future Japan related vlogs and videos. It'll be very fun, I promise. So I hope everyone has an amazing day or evening wherever you're at, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for joining and hanging out, friends. It was a lot of fun.